So welcome a fellow wild deodorant fan, my mum.
Hi.
I've stocked her up with some of the extra refills that I brought from home, but there is a box which I don't know which ones are in this, and I thought to change it up a little bit, we can both review them together and give our insights. Introduce which ones you like.
I'm really hooked on the cherry blossom, so...
Which one do you have at the moment?
It is, I think, the cherry blossom.
The one I've got, which you haven't smelt yet, it's this one. It's the, I think, honey and cactus.
Wow. Oh, wow. It's really buttery and... Oh, absolutely delicious, soft, creamy. Just wow.
What does it remind you of, that smell?
Not really sure.
I thought the Nuxe Soleil Blanc, that sort of creamy Estee Lauder goddess, it kind of does smell like every sort of summer. The Sol de Janeiro spray, the yellow one. Why I'm late to the game, and I do fear as well that some of these won't be available, but I think it's just important to make sure that they're archived and they're on the channel, because I know a lot of you do click on the videos to get an idea of how they smell. Let's open these up. I hope that picks up on the camera. It is pretty bright sun. So, you've seen the videos that I do, so pretty deep into the notes. What perfumes does it remind you of? Any details that come to it? Choose one.
Elderflower and watermelon spritz. And this is for sensitive skin. It's cooling. And then later on, yes, you start smelling the watermelon first. Really interesting. So, I mean, I absolutely adore watermelons. Watermelon is definitely appearing. So that's the first note. It's interesting, I'm not smelling too much the elderflower. So it's a very subtle note. Extremely fresh, excellent, the right summer one. Yeah, totally.
What would you say if someone was wearing a perfume that you know of? What perfumes would you say, if you were wearing that, you would mostly like this if you blind bought it online?
Funny, because it reminds me of a little sample that I got from Rituals.
I'll find that online and put a photo right here of what she's saying it is similar to.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. Really, the kind of metallic note of a watermelon, that's what you get, not the rest of the notes of it. There's no sweetness to it. It's more like the cool, crisp.
It also reminds me of a fabric softener, you know? So that's why I mentioned the cotton, soft smell of...
Yeah, I get.
You know, the Ecover.
The blue one, the kind of chamomile.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I don't know why I'm smelling. To be honest, the default for a lot of wild is that powdery smell. That kind of clean cotton, very unisex. This is, again, similar to the sage one, or like the lavender and chamomile. It's that very sort of like, you wear this and it's like clean, baby powder, soft. It would suit anybody, but it's just a bit more of a summery version of it. It's not like usually when things are very powdery, it can feel, you know, when people put too much antiperspirant on with the sprays and it's like choking, claustrophobic.
But I also think by wearing this, you can just wear whatever perfume.
It's inoffensive. It's just
absolutely,
a clean smell.
it's just
subtle,
clean, subtle, and soft.
I'm gonna put some sun cream on, but if you start with the next one.
So this one is the Rainforest Oasis. Let me try it. Wow. There's a first note, obviously comes from soft smell of pine needles, but really soft. And some beautiful pink flowers and just, oh, this is absolutely delicious. I can also smell a bit of strawberries and red berry fruit. Really, really lovely. And a little bit of banana also.
This is the one I'm excited to smell.
Oh, this is
Big time.
really delicious. I think if it was an ice cream, I could just eat it right now. Let's see how you feel.
So if anyone's interested in these or anything, or who hasn't watched these videos before, and they wanted to get 20% off, which is one of the highest discounts you can get, and you can keep using it even on sale items, so you can share it with friends, what is the code that someone needs to type in to get that 20% off?
Still in luck?
Yeah. the channel name. And there'll also be a link down below, so if you guys are interested in anything else or any other videos. I still need to plug in my own stuff, so thank you for joining in for that. This one I'm actually the most excited to smell of, because I feel it was the most advertised from it. Oh wow.
That's complex notes, huh? Probably my favorite.
This is warmer. There's almost like nowhere near as strong. Cherry Mugler Alien. Nowhere near as strong, but that sort of slightly patchouli, like a deeper musk, but it's not too strong. It's like how an aquatic fragrance would smell, oceanic, but without salt and crisp. It's like oceanic, but deeper. That was really interesting. And there's a gourmand aspect to it, but not sweet. It's like a savory gourmand, but then like creamy. Yeah, wow, that's the
Interesting.
most unique, I think, out of all these probably.
Uh-huh.
This reminds me a lot of Lush shops, like Lush bath bomb, that sort of...
But not as strong. You arrive into a Lush shop and it's...
Yes, a bit. This reminds me a lot of like a European abroad laundry softener.
Okay.
That sort of very, almost a bit lavendery, like really...
It's interesting. I honestly didn't get any of that. For me, it was more... the first smell was a soft pine needles and of course some red berries.
Yeah, I get that.
And banana.
But that pine needle is a bit like cleaning products here abroad, that kind of like floor. And again, that's not to kind of demean it in any way, but it's just certain fragrances, like really fresh, clean.
A
like
refreshing pine smell, but subtle. Again, subtle. So not overpowering. Delicious.
Yeah, I really like that.
Delicious.
Yeah, I really like that. And now, pink grapefruit and lime.
Well, that's really interesting here because obviously lime comes first and then grapefruit. It's really interesting. Also interesting because there's this melon smell coming into it. Very powdery and has got a little bit of a cherry smell coming. Again, it's delicious. Very, very sweet. Bit of vanilla as well. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. Again, wow.
Which is your favourite out of these so far?
I mean, I really, really love the Rainforest Oasis. So Rainforest Oasis will be my number one and this one my number two.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it will go extremely well with the Guerlain Pampelune.
Which is this fragrance here?
It's just amazing. Absolutely love it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. See, I get grapefruit straight away. I don't actually get that much lime. It's like a really acidic, sparkly fragrance. This reminds me a lot of the Prosecco one that they did at Christmas, which I think I gave to you. It was like a berry Prosecco, and that sort of like fizzy note that was put in to kind of resemble Prosecco is that sort of nice and... This is girlier. It feels very fresh, very pretty.
Also, the you know when you open a muffin, you've just cooked, baked a muffin and open it up, and it's the red berries.
Yeah, actually,
coming through like this.
Rhubarb, a little bit. The kind of coolness. I don't know.
I'm not so sure.
Really nice. It actually does make me think a little bit of gooseberry or rhubarb. That sort of like crisper metallic note. Gourmand if you like something more foody, but you don't want the gourmand sort of like musk or powder or too vanilla-y. I don't actually get vanilla from that.
Don't you?
But it's like sweet. And again, these are, in terms of the three that they do in like collections, these are really like inoffensive. There's none that are like, oh whoa, this is really intense.
Very comforting smell. I really like it.
Yeah, I like this one. Trying to think which one's my favourite. They're actually very samey.
And Forest is definitely my favourite and the strongest out of the three.
The Elderflower and Watermelon as my favourite. If you like the cotton and sea salt, but you feel like it's a bit too kind of aftershave smelling, which the cotton and sea salt does smell like that, this would be a great option. These were sent for free and gifted, but with no obligation to say anything or review it. But as you guys know who've watched the channel or videos before, I just really enjoy anything fragrance, and I know you do as well.
Yeah, well, what a, thank you. Nice, lovely surprise. It just took me, come on, Mum.
We've got to do this. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to explore any other wild fragrances, I'll put the playlist down below and they'll be showing on the screen right now. Sadly, it's covering our faces, but enjoy the rest of the videos and I'll see you in the next upload. Bye.